This is Changeling the Podcast.
Welcome to Changeling the Podcast. Come for the glamour, stay for the vibes. I'm your host, Josh, and which is your other hosts, Fetch and Puka.
Hello.
I said one nice thing about changing the Lost, and now they'll never let me go.
I mean, that's how the Fae work, right?
Yeah. You're locked in some sort of contract, right?
I like the idea that the two of you are true Fae, and I'm just trapped here because I'm the only one who'll talk with you about your favorite game lines. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, okay. I go do other stuff. No. It's very important.
That's how it goes.
Does that work for Lost? Like, could you have a true Fae hosting a podcast, and that's part of the
yes
endurance or something as you're trapped or podcast in Arcadia?
There are a number of occasions when I've made cracks about like oaths and the podcaster kith and that kind of stuff in the outro because it does feel like some kind of dark bargain sometimes.
Yeah, now I'm just picturing digital Arcadia in Lost, not people who've done that for dreaming ideas.
I mean, we kind of just had that in the Twilight Eldon book that we read.
Oh,
yeah, they have part of the digital web, and that shows up in second edition, an official material. But also, there's just occasionally descriptions of sci-fi fairy realms in Arcadia. Mm-hmm. It's just a thing.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to picture being physically trapped in an audio-only medium. That sounds difficult and unpleasant.
One hell of an elemental.
Yeah. I used to be a sound wave man.
Ooh, yeah, what kith is that? You come back and you're like, you spent your durance having not only no physical form, but no visual. It was audio only, your existence.
You could be a noise rocker who's a sawtooth wave. That'd be cool.
Anyway. State of the podcast.
Yeah, still going. So that's pretty cool.
It's fun. I'm enjoying myself.
I can share some statistical business, as is our thing that we ordinarily do. So the actual play has been getting a fair bit of traction, which is nice. We've had a few hundred listens for part 1 in the last, whatever it is, 10 days as of this recording. And a couple hundred listens for part 2, which has only been out for 3 days. Yeah. Ooh. And at time of recording, I'm in the midst of editing the third and final part, and I like how that's going to make one gross of episodes. That will be episode 144, not counting all the mini-sode content. And it's fun, but I'm okay not to do this again for a while. It's a lot. It's a lot of editing.
So you do or do not want a lot of actual play episodes?
No offense or anything. Like it sounded like you all had fun, but it is so much work to edit these.
Because from the sheer number of tracks and stuff?
Yeah, because it's 4 tracks and they're long. You know, it's a lot of raw audio, and there's lots of stuff to stitch together. It's also the kind of thing because when we try to have a kind of continuity through an episode, and you do kind of have to bear the entire episode in mind as you go, and that's exponentially more difficult, maybe geometrically more difficult as the episode gets longer. So these are episodes which start off as like 3 hours of raw audio, and there's a lot of pauses and things you can cut and everything. But then it's like, okay, if somebody makes a reference at the 2-hour mark, is that something that is still in there? Like, you have to kind of think around a lot. But anyway.
What do you think has made the actual play episodes relatively popular?
I think people like actual plays. I mean, for Changeling, occasionally they do pop up, but I think not commonly. And I would guess this is one of the only ones currently running.
Okay, well, good to know. It was a lot of fun. I had a great group of players. I got to revisit one of my favorite settings. Part of the fun for me was trying to do something that appealed to the players who were returning from playing previously, while also trying to make it intelligible to audience members who would have no context for the NPCs on display.
Yeah. And I think we had discussed whether or not to make it like a teaching actual play and erred on the side of not really. There are a couple moments when you do talk through like the process of a cantrip or a particular way of rolling or whatever, but this is not meant to be, I would say, an introduction to the game. And I think that's probably fine. I think that would have a very different kind of timbre to it.
Yeah, I wanted to make it clear to the audience how I was going about the game. But if I was doing just a true introductory adventure for things, I'd probably have done like a single session game that focused upon a narrow slice, or maybe I would do it in set pieces, right? Changeling is such a broad setting. There's so many moving parts that it's difficult to fit all of the core stuff into even one session, to say nothing of making them into teachable moments.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anyway, it's nice that people are enjoying it. We do have, at this point, looking at the statistics here, the top episodes of all time and the ones that have cracked 1,000 listens on not YouTube are Book of Freeholds, which I think was in first place last time as well, The Kith Building Workshop, War in Concordia, Book of Lost Houses, our previous State of the Podcast recording, and then Shining Host Player's Guide with Pete Woodworth. So it's kind of an eclectic mix of stuff.
On the YouTube side, it's always our episode 1 introduction to Changing the Dreaming. This is the biggest one, which makes sense.
And Give Me Shelter.
Yeah,
Give Me Shelter is still on there.
I just looked through one where it shows like a daily thing by the top episodes, and for some reason in April when it came out, the God Machine update went nuts.
All right, listen, I don't want to read too much into this, but when you look at the last 6 months on not YouTube, our most popular day, in an expected way, was March 4th, where we got about 600 listens. And that was a week into the season, but it was also a day after I used the everyone tag in Discord. So I think that kind of drew a lot of people back to the start of the season. But when that God Machine update released, we had a spike of about 10,000 listens for over the course of about 48 hours. And I don't, I'm not a paranoid person in general, but
hey, that explains why the bill went up that month. Now that I think about it. Anyway, it was a big
deal. I don't know if that was like some kind of bot scraping or download. Like, I don't know what happened. Why would it scrape
both our RSS feed and YouTube? That is weird.
Yeah. And looking at it a little more granularly at the time, I think what it did was it went through every single episode we had recorded a few dozen times because all of the counts went up. So read into that what you will, I guess. Yeah.
To be clear, though, there was a period where all the counts went up by a few dozen, but the God Machine Chronicle update very specifically has over 10,000 views.
So when that episode dropped, all of the episodes went up a few hundred. So God Machine Chronicle on its own has the same average number as like a lot of the others.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
So maybe we drew attention of the God Machine, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's all-seeing panoptical eye.
What does it want with this information? Not even it knows.
Just wants it. But speaking of YouTube, we are now at 497 subscribers. So if there are 3 of you listening who haven't yet hit that bell or whatever it is, help us crack that milestone.
Woo!
So close. I think about half of our viewers currently are subscribers. It's actually like very close to half and half. I was looking at that.
That's very unusual for YouTube, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do we know how many folks listen directly through the website versus through various podcatchers?
It's really a matter of just kind of tallying up the numbers and comparing them. So looking at kind of quick numbers, we get about 1,200 listens a week from not YouTube, and I think about 300 a week from YouTube.
Now, keep in mind that I don't think Spotify gets counted in that, or some of the other aggregated ones.
Oh, interesting.
So we'd have to like log into Spotify and check that too if you wanted to really get your...
I'm good. Yeah, I hope that it continues to grow at a, steady pace.
How are the book sales doing for stuff that has been produced in conjunction with the podcast?
I didn't even look at that. Give me 1 second and I'll be back to you with a number. Talk amongst yourselves. And that is something I do want to get back to. I mean, the actual play part 3 will be the last episode before summer hiatus, and then eventually we'll have to start reading the second edition core book. But in my downtime, I will be circling back to some of those writings. Oh, to have Chronos and stop time to get things done.
You know, looking at the YouTube analytics, I think the reason Gimme Shelter's so popular is Rolling Stones fans.
Yes. That one also has one of the lowest average view rates, because I think the vast majority of people click out 10 seconds in.
Yeah, but it's got the highest impression. So the highest number of people who click it, the lowest number of people who listen past 10 seconds.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So I can tell you that in terms of sales for C30 books, or Changeling the Podcast associated books, the Changeling Cookbook and Kissbook Swan Maidens are both closing in on 100 sales, but Book of Grimmare has long since cracked that number.
Woo!
And is a silver medalist on the Storyteller's Vault, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, heck yeah!
Yeah.
That's very heartening to hear. I'm really glad that people are liking the books. I think everybody kind of knows this, but God, putting out a book takes forever. I think one of the most interesting parts of the process that was truly obfuscated to me prior to this is that I knew that there was a difference between a book in layout and not in layout. However, it didn't really click for me how different the text would feel when it was in the layout.
Yeah.
The moment I saw that, it changed everything about how I saw the words on the page.
Yeah, absolutely. And it also, there's certain things which once you've written enough books, you start thinking about flow in a different way. Like, you can look at the content in a raw text document and think about how it flows, and that's part of the process. But you also start thinking about what the effect will be when it's interrupted by turns of the page, column breaks, art interruptions, sidebar interruptions, and it's a sense that just kind of slowly develops the more you do it. I find it very gratifying. I mean, I kind of wish it were my actual job, but it's not, so I have to compartmentalize that gratification as much as I can. And that's Changeling in a nutshell. Speaking of books, though, we are coming up on the second edition core book, as mentioned, and that will be a trilogy of episodes akin to what we did for the C20 core book. So having a very brisk walkthrough, an episode on truly new things, and an episode on things that were in the first edition but have changed significantly. And then I think we have 8 or 9 other second edition titles to get through.
It's a surprisingly decent number.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a game that was supposed to be a limited run, that's really good.
Yeah. Well, and the second editions for those games, I mean, I think Changeling has more than any except Vampire, and maybe Demon, because Demon was only...
I think that's true. Demon was a flagship product for second edition, so it naturally got and it came out right at the beginning, so it naturally got a ton of support.
But it still only had like one more book than Changeling. So
that's true. Changeling has... Oh, God, yeah.
Wait, I have the list.
Okay.
Here it is.
What do we got?
So we will have to get through the Huntsman Chronicle Anthology, which could probably be a summer job. It's some brisk fiction. The Storyteller's Screen and Companion and Jumpstart, condition cards, like all of that material, whether that's 1 episode or 2 episodes, we'll see. There's Oak, Ash, and Thorn, Kith and Kin, the Hollow Quartz Fiction, and The Hedge. And then there are 3 more Dark Eras that we'll figure out how many episodes that'll be. Also, the crossover episodes for those Dark Eras. So, crossover with Mage. Is it Mage, Hunter, and Promethean?
Oh, gosh. I cannot wait to do the Mage one. That's the Wild West Mages and Changelings. Not the combination I was expecting to be in, but I think is going to be one of the ones where it's got like the most inspiration obviously on display.
I'm just imagining a scene in some kind of hedge saloon where it's like, sheriff just rolled in from Arcadia. Which one? Don't matter.
Oh, what a fantastic time.
And that puts us at 6 supplements for a total of 7 books. That's a lot of content for anything in 2nd edition. Certainly more than Werewolf got with like 2 things, and Mage, which I think has 3.
Something like that, yeah. And we've had a couple sort of ancillary episodes on the docket for a while too, like Storytelling Lost and doing historical games, etc. Do either of you have kind of wish list episodes?
I think we should all, the 3 of us, need to review the 1-to-1 tactical wargame Fairy Meat.
I'm down.
Is this a real thing? I've not heard of
Oh,
this.
Yes,
yeah,
I have a copy of it. It's a you play it's like little cutout of cannibalistic fairies, and each of you gets like a small squad of them, like 5 or something, and you go around attacking each other using the actual place as the terrain, and the fairy cutouts are the size of the fairies.
Oh my god, this is like Household.
Yeah, and they eat your goal is to eat the other team's fairies, and there's like special rules for like including stuffies as like stuffed animals as like animals that you can enslave with your magic and help fight.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, I'm down for this.
We have a bunch of games which, I mean, this is a next season kind of thing, but on Mage the podcast, Adam has started doing this series where he looks at games that are, I guess, Mage adjacent. And that's part of my motivation for going around PAX has been finding those games each year.
Yeah, I think it may be the only tactical war game.
Well, define tactical and define war. And maybe we can...
Yeah.
But you said wish list. I think I missed the context. We're talking about...
Oh, just like episodes you would like to do.
Oh, yeah. Okay. For sure, Fairy Meat sounds fun. I would love to do the Arcadia Wild Hunt card game. If we can somehow make that work, I would absolutely adore playing a one-shot of that.
Oh, like an actual play. Oh. Yeah, the Fairy Meat I was just talking about, we review it. I don't even
Do
know
it for fun.
I mean, I would 100% be down for an Arcadia actual play. I've got plenty of cards.
How would you do that online?
Don't know.
Is there like a Roll20 but for card games that are...
There actually is, yeah. And I checked, and Arcadia is not in there.
I think you could scan the cards, pop them into Tabletop Simulator, and run it that way.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, other card games have found their way in, but
yeah, I guess we should see if Fairy Meat's on Tabletop Simulator if you wanted. I would be up for it. I don't know if I'd want... Yeah, I could do a Let's Play of a non... I could do the Arcadia one too. Yeah, I think I could do a Let's Play of a non-role-playing game.
Yeah. And the perennial elephant in the room is, once again, there is gossip about a possible Changeling 5th edition or World of Darkness revision or whatever. They've made noise about this big announcement at Gen Con. The preview that I saw from some other con someone sent me, it just sounded so lackluster. I was like, they're going to put a new coat of paint on their usual stuff. So I don't think C5 is something we're going to have to think about in the back half of this season. But
yeah,
next season, who knows?
Yeah, and for future C5 fans, it's not that we were going in wanting to hate it, but we're all just very afraid of what it'll be.
I try so hard to look at the 5th edition games in the best possible light.
Mm-hmm.
I do wind up finding a lot of stuff that I actually enjoy about them. It's mixed into a lot of language that is easy to read very negatively, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. If they call it Changeling the Dreaming, I think it's very unlikely to be a game that has what I like about Changeling the Dreaming, even if it ends up being a good game, which...
I think the biggest blocker for a lot of people is the gigantic break in mechanics and the amount of lore and crunch that you have access to.
See, that could be fine for me in theory.
It can be, but I know a lot of people who got upset over V5 because they go, okay, well, it doesn't have all the bloodlines that I want to play.
Yeah.
I don't have all the powers in easily accessible. My older books are useless.
Yeah, that's that's one of the many complaints that I could make. That, to me, that comes from, they have the very video game company DLC mindset of releasing the most stripped down thing they can and then gouging people for the stuff. So the Sabbat book, they knew it was going to sell no matter what they put in it. So they just made this lackluster, incredibly overpriced Sabbat book.
Now, if it was focused for different reasons, like we don't need another C20 core book for a next edition. No. Like it doesn't have to have as many even of the core kiths or whatever, but like I hope it has the kiths and like chimerical reality would be nice and things like that. And that's what I'm scared they're not going to include. Or glamour, musing. Like I'm not
Finality dice.
Are you playing Lost in a vaguely dreaming inspired setting, but also not really Lost? Like that's what my fear is.
You just play Fairy Meat.
My hope, in brief, is that what we'll get is going to be very focused, again, on a street level aspect. So they're probably going to have the most common and popular of the commoner kiths. You will have chimerical reality, but there will be relatively little access to or time spent in the dreaming itself. Mm-hmm. Glamour will be more precious. The threat of changelings who have lost themselves to Bedlam will be a distant, extant threat that you don't want to deal with.
So first edition, but the She aren't playable?
I'm not sure whether they would make the She playable out the gate. I want to say yes, because they've always been there and they are a signature thing. To me, it'd be like if they said, well, you can't play Camarilla in Vampire, or no venture allowed.
Didn't they say that?
No. The default is Anarch. The default is 100% Anarch. Yeah. But the goal for a lot of vampires is join the Camarilla. That's meant to be like a baked in. What do I do?
No, but I meant in the core. Like if they did what you're describing, I'd actually be fine with.
Okay.
I'm just worried it's not going to be that.
Well, we could do an episode on it, but I'm not going to hold my breath for anything tangible to appear.
Yeah, we already do something. And we've brought up before.
No, I think every state of the podcast we say this might happen, and we're going to say it might happen just in case it does.
Mm-hmm. We don't know what it will be.
No.
Or if it will be.
Anyway, the state of the podcast. Is there anything else we need to touch on?
We've gone over how the numbers are doing. We talked about everything that we're going to be covering for next season.
Plans, wishes, all the above.
Yeah, I'm up for doing more episodes on things. There's more dreaming topics we had on the back hop. Yeah. There's other books that are changeling adjacent, that kind of stuff.
One of the poll results that I think was like a top choice was updating the Kingdoms of Concordia. Ooh. What do things look like now? I thought that was
like that.
Yeah.
And especially because there was no instance with C20, there was like too many. It's like these people were described as being extremely old for a changeling in 1996, and they're still around in like 2016. We can't have them still around in 2026 or 2027 or whatever. Like that's just.
I am very, very ready to update the section for the Kingdom of. God, what do they call the one for Phoenix? Was that Burning Feather?
Sun.
Burning Sun. Yeah. Burning Sun needs. Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. That's another Nunahi episode, right? Actually.
Yeah. We also have historical games and city building as two topics that I think are kind of lost in dreaming both.
Yep.
And you still, at some point, we have to talk about the actual Dark Ages as a setting.
Yeah, because my whole rant, I don't think you should even call the Dark Ages setting the Dark Ages if you're going to use that term. Yeah. That would have to be earlier in the medieval period. I want 6th century Changeling the Dreaming.
Yeah, give me that Plague of Justinian. Mm-hmm. Some of that Greek fire and Ostrogoths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could be down there for that.
Post-Roman Empire collapse, Western Roman Empire collapse, but before Charlemagne.
Yeah.
We could probably go all the way up to Bede.
Get some Boethius.
Oh, yeah.
This is great. This is like my medieval studies minor all over again. So with that, I think that's a pretty good summation of Midsummer 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
So,
take us out.
You do the takeout? All right, I can't read it.
Yeah, let's do the takeout.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can find us at changingthedreaming.com. You can go to our Discord, which is discord.me/CTP. You can also email us, podcast@changingthepodcast.com. And I think we still go on Mastodon, right?
Yep. changelingpod@dice.com.
Yep.
Links to all of these will be in the show notes to this mini-sode.
Mm-hmm. And once again, I'm Josh.
I'm the State of the Puka.
I am the voice of Fetch.
Ooh.